pleased to have this opportunity to talk with you and hopefully share what I know and answer your questions.
Excellent. Would you like to start off with letting us know any information you have for us that you'd like us to know first, and then we'll get into questions.
Sure. It is the afternoon. We're probably within 40 minutes to the next prayer. So we will possibly get cut off a little bit. I might be able to show you. So there are 5 prayers in the day. There's the one that you wake up to. And then there's one in the early afternoon called daughter prayer. And then Asr prayer, which is about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And as evening sun, or as the sun sets, we have Maghrib. And then you have one more to do before bedtime. I apologize for my voice because I hear myself on the speakers.
Okay.
But I will try to ignore that.
That's fine. What can you tell us what's right behind you?
So what I have right behind me is the Kaaba. And we are under construction, which is making the space a little smaller. However, as you can see, it is very crowded because it is Friday, which is the holy day for Islam.
We know that, right?
And we have the Kaaba, of course, right there behind us, with this gorgeous black hand-embroidered covering. And as you can see, although we don't worship idols, and we're not worshiping the Kaaba, it is just the original house built by Abraham. But because it's so old and so revered, people want to come and touch it. Which is you have to think about how old this building is. This is before Jesus. This is before Moses. This is the time of Abraham.
So we're talking 4,000 years ago.
Yes. I'm not good in that history, but I was thinking 4 to 5.
I
am. Okay, very good. So it is protected by the weather, as well as it protects the oil from the hands of the people who want to come touch it.
We did have a question. One student was asking why specifically do they change that every year, if that's correct, if it costs so much money to make?
Well, as you can imagine, for Hajj itself was 3 people. I'm sorry, 3 days. And we're talking about 3 million pilgrims coming. So to touch it, this is just and I'm on the 3rd bridge people can go around. Not everybody. I'm not going to touch it today. But when people's touching it, you're pulling on the strength of those fibers. And that sun of Saudi Arabia is going to change the color. And they do actually take the pieces apart and gift them away the materials.
Oh, okay. Can you tell us, does the kiswa, the covering, does it always look the same? Is it remade the same way?
Written on them in this very beautiful calligraphy, well, the gold embroidered. But the design is this is very reminiscent of classical Quran calligraphy, but no, the general style can change with the artist.
Okay.
Anyway, you asked a few questions. I just wanted to share something with you. When you greet someone, typically, of course, you're a Muslim, you would say Assalamu alaikum. And you respond with wa alaikum salam.
Okay.
This means peace be upon you. And back at you.
Huh.
And I just wanted to share with you that the Hebrew phrase for peace be upon you is shalom alaikum. And they respond alaikum shalom. The languages, they're the same. It's the same meaning, and it's the same courteous. So it's not just an Arabic or an Islamic phrase. This is in the Middle East. Because I did have a few students ask me why we use the term Allah, and I want to ask you, if you speak Spanish, what do you call God? You say adios amigos, right? That means to God, my friends. When you say goodbye. If you are speaking Hebrew, you're referring to Yahweh. If you're speaking Arabic and you're a Christian, you pray to Allah. You're also praying to Isa, who is the prophet that in English we call Jesus. It's just a language thing.
Right. All right, we'll see if we have some questions from the kids, if that's okay.
That's fine. That's great.
Last question. Jacob.
How big is the Kaaba? Yeah.
How big is the Kaaba?
I'm totally gonna guess because I don't. I'm thinking you can look that up on Wikipedia.
Yes, you're probably right. Somebody Google that.
I would say it's about 50 meters. No, not 50 meters. I'm sorry. Maybe 30 meters square. But not. It's a cube, so it should be. It should be cubic.
We were wondering about, somebody else was asking about the colors of the abayas and the dresses, the different things that the women wear. Is there any significance to the specific colors? The white, the black, are you allowed to wear different colors?
It's more of a cultural thing. First of all, there are some differences between what you know in Christianity and what we have in Islam. Well, you have written a lot of times red words, which imply these are God's words. And the other, they're not in red. This is the story as it's shared by observers.
Right.
In the Quran, we keep the observers out. It is pure word of God. And then we have this whole set of books called Hadith. And that gives you people's opinions of what to do. And there is a Hadith that speaks of the women lined up like crows, like black crows. And I'm not sure, I don't know enough about that. But so a lot of people do enjoy wearing the black to follow the best examples of the past. But if you're in a different culture, you can choose different colors.
Okay. Can you tell us anything about the veil and the reasoning behind that? We've talked about the modesty aspect in the Quran. Can you speak to that at all?
Again, that's coming from Hadith, which is why you have people following different customs. There are people who nearly cover their entire face. There are lots of Muslim women who do not cover their hair. I'm in a mosque. It's out of respect. I would never go into a church wearing shorts. I know people do that, but I was not raised doing that. So it's out of respect. As far as the Quran says, it does not talk about what to wear and where to wear it. It tells us to lower our gaze. both men and women, that we should be modest in the way we approach each other. And this allows women to take control when men aren't following the rules.
Okay, I think I gotcha. Can you describe the climate there in Saudi Arabia, what it's like?
Right now, it's beautiful. We just had some scary floods this last week, and winter is ready. It basically brought us winter. So last week it was extremely humid, extremely hot, and now it's cool breeze. So it's a nice day, but it's still at least in the 80s, and that's a cool breeze. We are on the sea. So like San Francisco, we're warm or hot and humid year round.
Another question, we saw the images that you sent us about the inside and seeing the inside of the Kaaba. Sorry, the camera's not on you.
Yes. I have a security man visiting.
Okay. Should we pause?
I don't know. Are we supposed to have women go? Hold on. I don't speak Arabic, so it's okay. It'll be okay. The prayer is going to start soon, and when they prepare for the prayer, they want the women and the men not necessarily praying next to each other.
Okay.
So they're probably trying to get some of us to move, but I've got a really nice spot, so I don't want to move.
Okay. A couple other questions. How often do they clean the Kaaba? You sent us that picture of them going on the inside.
Oh. That, I honestly don't know how often they go inside. In that picture, showed the king actually making a visit, which is why the military rooms were so large.
Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Can you tell us, do they have school now, or is it after school hours because it's a Friday and it's a holy day, the holy day of the week?
We used to, in Saudi Arabia, have sorry, I'm trying to move and speak at the same time. It used to be Thursday and Friday was our weekend.
Okay.
Which put us in a really bad position market-wise for businesses.
Sure.
Because they could not do business with the rest of the world except for 3 days a week. So anyway, I'm trying not to put people in my video.
That's okay. Would you like us to pause for a moment while you get to a better position?
No, I'm fine. Well, you know what? We can go outside. You've seen the Kaaba.
Sure.
I mean, unless you are wanting to see people praying, which might be uncomfortable for me to stand here and not participate.
We could maybe briefly, but if it's not going to work, that's okay.
I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave the area because it's going to get really crowded.
Okay.
And then I'll just have to shut up. So.
Okay.
So I'm walking out. All right. So I was saying that it was Thursday, Friday, and about 2 years ago, the former king said, let's join the rest of the Middle East at least and do Friday, Saturday, so that we're only missing the one day.
Right. So that was more of an economical decision then.
Right.
Okay.
Because we have Sunday off where we have Saturday prior to it. But here we have now the Friday is the holiday, and then Saturday after it to relax.
Okay.
I'm not sure which is better.
Do they stop school for the kids? This is one of the questions we have posed. Do they stop school during prayer time and do those during their school day?
Oh my goodness. You might not enjoy being here because you're probably going to start school about 7 o'clock in the morning so that you can leave at 1. and 1 o'clock is that. So between the 5:30 morning prayer
Okay.
and the 1 o'clock prayer, that's just school day. For kids. For university students, they have that lunch break, and they have a 40-minute time that you're not allowed to have class.
Okay. So I heard some kids in our audience kind of groan, I believe, at that 5:30 prayer time. But I'm assuming culturally that's how it is, and so that's what the family grows up doing.
Yes, and a lot of students kids I know, they wake up. It's a 5-minute prayer. It's a 5-minute prayer. You wake up. You do it. Really, it's not 5 minutes. And they go back to sleep.
Okay. All right.
But normal people get up.
I have some students asking about subjects that students learn in schools. Are those the same? Are those different? Can you speak to that, or what you teach at university and how that goes?
Well, I am teaching freshman students, and I am teaching them English composition and speaking.
Uh-oh, we're frozen a little bit. Or a lot.
$1,000 a month for your travel.
Okay.
And for your, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So, and I'll give you $500 a month. That will pay for books, studying, getting back and forth to university. But in order for you to continue with your university studies, you must pass through this year of English. Then you enter your studies in English. Therefore, you put yourself in America. You have to suddenly take a year of French. And if you want to be a doctor, you're going to study from then on. It puts them at a disadvantage, but it gives me a job opportunity.
I'm sorry, that was a little bit broken up. I know that was a long explanation. Can you go over the main concept one more time? I don't think we all understood that.
That the students get to go for free, but they must complete in English.
Okay.
And then by the rest of their bachelor's will be in English.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
That would be hard for you. I'm going down an escalator, so that might have something to do with the connection.
I have some questions about the prayers specifically. Are the prayers the same prayers every single day? Is it a specific prayer that they say at each time of the day? Can you explain that?
There are different prayers. For the most part, the phrasing from the Quran that they're using are the same. But like I said, Fajr is a 5-minute prayer. Maghrib, the one we're coming up on now, is about 5 minutes. And then the other ones are much longer. Maybe 15 minutes at a time. So they are. But they're mostly not necessarily saying anything different. But you're doing the up and down positioning more.
Okay. We have a really good question. Is it a sin to miss a prayer?
Oh, I hope not. No, sins are in any religion on you and between you and God. And he will either be merciful and accept your choices and your reasons, or he won't.
Okay, excellent. You said the first prayer starts at about 5:30 in the morning, and then you were saying the Maghrib, the prayer they're going to do here shortly, I believe, or is this a later prayer?
Maghrib. Yes, no, this is Maghrib.
Okay. And then what approximate times of the day are the other prayers?
Well, Fajr and Maghrib are with the sun. So it will change. I said 5:30, but in Indiana, it's not 5:30, not in December.
Right.
So it will change, but for the most part, it's about in the morning, 5:30, and then 1 o'clock, and then it's between 3 and 4, usually about sunset, 6 or 7, and then between 8 and 9:30, depending on the season. We understand the season change in Indiana.
Yes, we do. I have somebody asking a really good question. Do you feel that you have ever been judged because of your religion?
I've been judged, but what I mostly see is friends, good friends of mine who know me, and so they're interested in who I am and what I'm doing.
Uh-oh. I cannot hear you currently.
When you're full of hate, sort of sad.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Can you say that again?
I see that I got cut up. I have friends, family that put things on Facebook, hateful things. And I was just reading something this last week that there are currently 5 active chapters of the KKK in Indiana. And sadly, of your class in Noblesville, there's probably...
We can't hear you. We're cutting out. I'm so sorry. We did not get the last minute or so. If we want to move on, we can. Is there a better way?
Let me try to display.
Okay. You let us know.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I was making the point that there's 5 active chapters of KKK.
Yes.
Active in India. And the sad truth is that there are probably people related to some of the classmates that participated in that. Even though we think that that's gone.
Right.
So when I have people make general ideas that because you're a Muslim, you want to kill the infidel, you are a terrorist, and for that to come from family or from good friends, I speak up and I say, let's be real. The guy in South Carolina last spring who shot and killed some people in a church, there's no explanation for this. And so we must judge people for their own actions. One of the things I've learned is that in Islam, it was understood from the time of Adam to Muhammad. There is possibly as many as 27,000 prophets, all receiving the same message. Obviously not starting the same religions. Therefore, the golden rule exists in all religions. And yet, all over the world, people commit horrible things against each other, politics, or they have not understood what they were supposed to be taught.
Right. That's a very good point. We have some other questions. One of them is about Ramadan. This question asks if are all restaurants and grocery stores closed during Ramadan? Oh no. We can't hear you.
A breaking?
Yet. Sorry, we didn't hear the last 30 seconds.
The grocery stores are not closed. The restaurants are closed.
Okay.
And they break for iftar. They have special dinners. But people shop like crazy, sort of like Black Friday, all throughout Ramadan. You know, I never participated. I avoided. I was home, and I wanted to go to Walmart, get milk, and I forgot. That's how I feel when with a few times I've been here, and I need to go get milk, and I go to the store. It is
Crazy. Maybe.
full of people.
Okay.
They're eating, they're buying everything.
One student was asking, obviously there's the prayer 5 times a day. Is there prayer at other times before meals, or are those the main prayers that people do?
Those are the communal prayers. You can do them at home, but it's you don't have a feeling that you need a leader. ISIS is wrong. We don't have a caliph. We did at the beginning, but that was when there was a very small community. We do not need one person to teach us. We do not need anyone between us and God. So you do not have to go to the mosque for those prayers. For lunch or before you do something, you say Bismillah, which means may God bless us, or may this be accepted by God.
Okay, the next question asks about what would you consider the biggest difference between Indiana and Mecca or Saudi Arabia in general?
The students freak out when it rains because it floods after a 5-minute rain.
Okay.
So it rarely rains. So it's I hate rain, and now I'm here, and I love it because I realize it's a shower for the city. So it's really dirty because it's dusty and hot. So I think that's one of the biggest things. We have Chuck E. Cheese. I hate Chuck E. Cheese.
Me too.
Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, I love that.
Shake Shack. Applebee's on every corner. Although I feel like they cook it back in Noblesville, package it, send it here, and microwave it.
Oh, so it's delicious.
So it's the same as it is back in Noblesville.
One student was asking about in Islam, are there specific traditions around when you get married, the marriage process? Can you speak to that at all?
There are. Somebody had spoken and asked about women's rights. Women have the right to choose and accept. Now, culturally, if your father's pushing you, but that's not in Islam. Since the beginning, women have had the right to ask for a divorce for any reason. By the way, in England, it was only about 1837 before a woman could ask for a divorce, even if she was beaten, and even if her husband had been gone for 7 years.
So you're speaking to religions other than Islam.
Right. That is our culture versus what the Quran said very clearly. Women have these rights.
Okay.
So the marriage ceremony is a contract. And women say what they want. They have prenuptials, and this has happened in the beginning. This is what I get, and this is what I'm going to give you. And you can also agree or the additional wives.
Okay.
On the contract. ahead of time. You can say, no, we're not doing that. Choose a different first wife.
Okay. Can you speak to the elections that are taking place and the women that are now allowed to vote? Can you talk about the feelings and what's kind of the mood, I guess, of Saudi Arabia on this new kind of verge of women's rights?
Yes. There's 9 women running for office.
Oh my gosh.
This is only a country of about 30 million Saudi citizens. And again, these are just councils giving advice and asking for the things that the local cities and areas need. Because this is a monarchy, and it was only 2007 that the men started voting.
Right.
You have a kingdom. They don't need your opinion.
Can you tell us a few of those things that people do vote on? They were asking me that question, and I could not answer specific to the things you were allowed to vote on. Then, if it's not for your leader specifically, what are those things?
Honestly, I don't have that knowledge. I would guess it would be similar to what we have locally as far as expanding the city, building where we need to make improvements.
Roads, schools, maybe things like that.
Right.
Okay. Somebody asked the question, what might happen if a woman would try to drive?
They have. There's some women that do. We do have a university just north of the city that there's no restrictions on campus. If you live out in those sticks, you've been driving a huge semi to take water from one set of sheep to another set of sheep.
Okay.
There is, but in the major cities, the traffic is so bad, and accidents, the number one cause of death, that number one cause of death is car accidents. That is not what happens in any other country. So if you have accidents constantly, and women and men who are not related are not supposed to be interacting, this is the fear.
Yes.
That you're having an accident, you're fighting and arguing. I'm just glad we don't have guns here because the fights get bad.
Road rage?
Road rage. But you'd be surprised at how crazy they drive, and I don't see. We would have accidents if we drove like this back home.
Yes. I've been to Ethiopia. I have seen some crazy traffic. I have some questions
but they are arrested, and their husband has to come in, or their father, and say, "I promise you will never do this again." And there's been a few women that have had that happen, and their husbands have refused to sign that. They said, "Are you kidding me? She's my wife, and I have to live with her." I'm not saying this. And interestingly, I've had women tell me, "Listen, we'd love to drive when we're in England, but if they give us the right to drive here, my husband will stop doing anything. I will do all the errands by myself. A soccer mom like you is not necessarily what we want."
One of the questions asks, if in the mosque, is it, since people don't have to go to a mosque to pray, is it independent when you're at a mosque, or are there specific services that are held?
Again, the idea of being in a mosque is to communally pray together. I prayed also today with my friend Allison from Montana. And the lady that was next to me, when I stood there, she grabbed my abaya and pulled me next to her. Because this idea is we should not break a chain. So when you go to the mosque and you're praying on prayers, you're praying, one person is leading the call and you are following.
Little auto tune.
Together. See, the girls eat themselves at the university.
Okay, the next question that I have is about food. What kind of foods do you eat? What kind of foods do you like when you're there?
What about food?
Just your favorites of specific Middle Eastern food that you get to eat while you're there.
Favorite Middle Eastern food? What? Oh my God, dates. I hated dates. I hated them, and then I came here. Do you know there's like 100 kinds? They're actually good. It's not a California raisin dates. That awful thing that your mom sneaks into your cake. It's not the same thing. Take them, cut them open, remove the seeds, stuff Nutella in them.
Oh.
Which I'm from America, so that's no good. But they put everything inside. And it's like a sweet
Call to prayer.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
And I'll move away. No, the sound is everywhere. It's not going to be from one place. Anyway, next question.
Are there food restrictions in Islam?
Yes. Just like the Jewish tradition, really it's only pork. And if you go back to the time, if you think about living in the Middle East, where it's hot, we have plenty of opportunities to eat grass-fed animals. You can be rare. If you eat pork rare, you could die. And so there was a logical reason from the time of the Jews to say, avoid these foods that are dangerous.
Right.
We do allow foods from the seas, where in the kosher tradition, you're not supposed to eat shrimp. And think about shrimp and pigs are the bottom feeders. They eat the junk from the bottom of the ocean, and the pigs will even eat each other. So there are reasons that certain religions have said, don't eat that meat. And it is why I think, no, I shouldn't.
Mrs. Rinker, it is about time for us to depart here. We so much appreciate all that you're able to do for us. Our kids would like to give you a nice little thank you right now. Thank you so much. Thank you again. I'm hoping we can connect.
Love each other, take care of each other, take care of my son. He is with you.
Do you want to see him?
Sure. Come up here.
He's coming.
Did I embarrass you?
Say hi, Mom.
Hey, babe. Was it okay?
For a minute. Just a minute.
What? All right. Nothing.
He'll
See
talk to you later. He's a little embarrassed right now.
That's why it was great to have him stand up.
All right. Thank you so much, Mrs. Rinker. We appreciate it.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye.